You know what I don't love? I love my TA, but you know what I hate? I hate Marjorie Taylor Greene. Actually, I don't hate her, but I strongly dislike her. If you don't know who MTG is, she is in Georgia office under Republican Party, and she basically went on a campaign of saying that the wildfires in California from a couple years ago were caused by Jew lasers. Yeah, she's that kind of Republican. She's huge in the QAnon, and yeah, she said a lot of weird shit, a lot of crazy, dumb, batshit, insane things, and it finally caught up to her. So she's on trial now, and they're going to see whether she will be barred from running for office again. So maybe our justice system does work. Maybe. Maybe. Who knows? It doesn't. But this is still pretty interesting. Let's pull this up. Marjorie Taylor Greene denies calling for Pelosi's execution during trial, then backfires. I haven't said that, Greene said under sworn testimony. Oh no. Wait. Hold on now. That's right. She. We'll get to that video in a minute. We'll get to it. Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene, Republican of Georgia, on Friday appeared to walk back her denial of calling House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, Democrat of California, a traitor to the country and a trial around her eligibility for re-election, admitting that she previously said Pelosi violated her oath of office. Greene's seemingly about-face came under oath this week when questioned about her rhetoric and actions leading up to the Capitol riot. The trial stems from a recent lawsuit brought up by a group of Georgia voters who argue that Georgia freshman does not qualify for re-election over her apparent violation of the 14th Amendment, which bars anyone who supported an insurrection from running for Congress. During the hearing, lawyer Ron Fain, who is representing the plaintiffs, asked Greene if she called Pelosi a traitor in her many disagreements with the House Speaker. And yeah, let's just watch this shit because it is so fucking funny. Hey, where's my audio? Why are you muted?
Ms. Greene, you've had your disagreements with Speaker Pelosi, isn't that right?
I'm not sure what you mean.
You've had political disagreements with her. You don't agree with some of the things she's done in her career, right?
Politically speaking, that would be correct.
Right. You don't agree with a lot of things she's done, right?
Politically speaking, that would be correct.
In fact, you think that Speaker Pelosi is a traitor to the country, right?
I'm not answering that question. It's speculation. It's
You've said that, haven't you, Ms. Greene, that she's a traitor to the country?
No, I haven't said that.
Okay. Put up Plaintiff's Exhibit 5, please.
Oh, no, wait. Hold on now. I believe...
I didn't say that. Okay. Pull up Exhibit 5. Wait! God, please, no. No, wait, hold up. Like, yeah, she said it. She clearly said it. And she, when we get back to her, she's going to explain, what she meant by that and why it's not that bad.
By not upholding the, securing the border, that violates her oath of office.
Fair enough. I'm not interested in her oath of office. I'm interested in that you said that she's a traitor to our country, right?
I object, Your Honor. She is not. This is. I don't see the relevance.
Love that. We love to see it. We love seeing people getting called out for their bullshit. We love that. I love that. Because, yeah, she did say that. And honestly, given what I've seen about the trial so far, things aren't looking that good for her. Hopefully she will be barred from running again. That would be cool. Because, God, I do not want to see any more QAnon people in office. They've only made things so much worse. Her, Gates, Bobart. Yeah. Not only is she politically insane, she's just also actually insane, I'm pretty sure. Because She just actually stalks people. She just actually just does that. She has stalked AOC a lot. Like just following to her like office, yelling at her through like the door, like some real like crazy ex-girlfriend type vibes, you know, like some wacky shit. But yeah, uh, some insane stuff. But a lot of people right now are saying that there is no case for her to be going through all of this. That just saying some words is not anything worth barring someone over. The 14th Amendment has some words to say about that. Lawyers with free speech for people are leaning on a provision in the U.S. Constitution that forbids any member of Congress involved in an insurrection from serving in office. It is a section of the 14th Amendment passed in years after the Civil War to prevent former Confederates from returning to their seats in Congress. The legal theory is mostly untested in modern history. Green has long deployed violent rhetoric against her political opponents and has routinely spread false claims about the 2020 election, including the lead up to January 6th. This was not a case where the leaders were on horseback leading the charge, Ron Fain, legal director of Free Speech for People, told the judge. Rather, the leaders of this insurrection were among us, on Facebook, on Twitter, on corners of social media that would make your stomach turn. The evidence will show that Marjorie Taylor Greene was one of them. Greene says the challenges to her candidacy is a tie and a scam designed to take away her constituents' rights to vote for a candidate of their choice. Greene answered many questions Friday about her statements, social media posts, and conversation in the days before January 6th with "I don't know" or "I don't recall." Asked whether her office gave tours to any members of the public in the days before the riot or whether her campaign or congressional staff provided information or funds to the people who participated in the organization, the riot, she said no. So, yeah, they're basically getting her on the insurrection, which, fair enough, because she had a lot to do with that. And, you know, there was the theories of, like, during some of the tours, she led some people around, like, show weak points and all that. That part I don't really believe. I really doubt that happened. It's just theories and rumors, and nothing has really been proven, solidly at least. So I'm not even going to talk about that. But what I will talk about is the fact of, yeah, she said a lot of shit that led up to the insurrection happening. She said a lot of shit. She spread the whole, like, Trump losing the election was because of the Biden cabal breaking it. She has called a lot of members within Congress traitors that should be, that should carry enough ties to what will happen. And remember, a lot of people say the insurrection was just a lot of people just walking around a building. Yeah, there were people who were in there with, zip tie handcuffs, who they built gallows. They were fully prepared to commit acts of violence and all of this. So, yeah, she basically was part of a leadership that led an insurrection. Whether she specifically meant to or not, that is to be determined. But it kind of doesn't matter. Even if you accidentally do something shit like that, you should still be held responsible, and you should not be allowed from running again because, hey, you might accidentally do it again. So yeah, there is a lot of legal precedents to stop her from running again, and that would be cool. Off topic, but that's why I love seeing the true crime content creators who focus on the trials. It's so satisfying to see manipulative liars get caught out in such an undeniable way. Yeah, what Marjorie forgot to take into account when she lied on trial was that all this shit was recorded. It's all there. You could just find it. You could possibly just Google search it. You could search File Explorer. It's going to be there. Wow. The 1776 moment. Lawyers for Free Speech for People pointed to a tweet sent on January 5th calling the next day a 1776 moment, which is code for political violence in some far-right circles. Green told the judge she's never heard anyone use 1776 in connection with violence. The plaintiff's lawyer also played a January 2021 Facebook video in which Green said, "You can't allow it to just transfer power peacefully like Joe Biden wants and allow him to become our president because he did not win this election. It's being stolen." In the same video, Green encouraged people to come to Washington as she and other members of Congress prepared to object to the certification of the election results. Green says the video was taken out of context, asked whether she advocated to then President Donald Trump that he imposed martial law to remain in power. She said, "I don't recall." Her attorneys argue that not only is her rhetoric protected by political speech, she was a victim of the January 6th attack, not a participant. The right to vote is at stake right here, right now, because they want to deny the right to vote to thousands of people in the 14th District of Georgia by removing Green from the ballot. James Bopp, an Indiana-based attorney for Green, said in an opening arguments, "These voters have a right to vote for the candidate of their choosing." Bopp can shut the fuck up for right now, because I want to look at whether she had a hand in the insurrection. Yes, she did. Like I said, knowingly or unknowingly, she absolutely had a hand in this, because she's putting out all kinds of shit from a 1776 moment to come to the Capitol, don't let us go peacefully. Like, yeah, she's very clearly at fault for a lot of shit that happened. She led an insurrection. And by the 14th Amendment, yeah, she should not be able to run for re-election at all, because she led an insurrection, plain and simple. And what Bopp is arguing makes no sense, because, yeah, if you're a felon, you can't run for office. Even if thousands of people want you to run for office, you can't run for office. So would that not also be silencing people? I mean, it is. Technically it is. But he wouldn't argue for that. And of course, he is a judge, and this is his job to argue for her. But yeah, his argument makes no sense. So whenever someone says that, ignore them, because just because you want it doesn't mean you can have it. I'm hoping that this trial ends in a way that's going to, get rid of her, because her time in Congress has been a little bit of a nightmare. And if we can get rid of more QAnon people in Congress by just, preferably, I just like for people to not vote for them. But if they can't run, I'm also cool with that. Because these people just cause harm to the country. They cause harm to the citizens of the U.S. They cause harm to members of Congress. And even though I hate a lot of members of Congress, I still don't want them to be fucking dead. I don't want anyone to die. I would just like them not to be in Congress, including her. I would like it if she stayed alive. But I don't want her in Congress any more than she has to be, so